All right. Hopefully things are going well. Fixing the technology issues. It's one of the worst problems you got to deal with. It's absolutely, yeah. Very sorry you got to go through that. That's just an absolute pain in the butt. So I'm gonna have to do like a couple videos to get all this here, because I got the next student in 8 minutes. But I wanted to get started on this to get it done as soon as we can. So first thing we're going to do here is chords, getting back into chords. So what we have in this first bar, those are all quarter notes. Each chord will be played during the click. Here we have 2 quarter notes and then a half note. So we're going to strum 3 times here. And then in this bar we have 2 half notes. So we're going to strum on beats 1 and 3. And then here we have a whole note. So just strum the 1 time and it rings out the entire bar. So when we get to this chord, the resolve chord for this progression, you do not need to let that ring out all 4 beats. So I always do the last thing as like a whole note or whatever just fills up the bar entirely, because you gotta fill the bar with something. It's just easier to do that. So no big deal about letting that thing ring out all 4 beats. In fact, I would not. So this way you're not waiting to increase the speed and move on to the next thing. So things I'd like you to do here to really help you get a grasp on when you're playing, counting things, understanding and feeling that rhythm a lot better. Say all 4 beats here as you go. Now, I want you to work on being able to say all 4 beats from 60 to at least 120. If you can go faster than the 120, great. If not, not a big deal. But from 60 to 120 at least, I want you to say out loud all 4 beats as you go. It will help when it comes to more challenging rhythms we will get into eventually. It will help with all the lead stuff too, and just writing things. And like you mentioned today on the phone, you know, you hear things in your mind, you hear things in your head that you want to be able to replicate. Well, learning all kinds of various rhythms, being able to count all kinds of various rhythms, that is a huge step in being able to create all the stuff that you hear up in the brain. So, got a usual thing of working up without the repeat, adding the repeats later. So, you can use your 1st and 3rd finger or 1st and 4th finger. Really doesn't matter right now. Whatever allows you to play comfortably and accurately, that's what we want. Let's see. Let me down a little bit here. Okay. So here we go with number 1, our chords for the week. And yeah, just whenever you got a chance to record yourself doing improv, go ahead and send that in. I do intend on making a video for all my students on my recommendations for getting started with improv, because this is another subject that I've noticed. Well, I just keep saying the same thing over and over again, so I figured I might as well just make it easier and make a video on the whole thing. And then we can be even more efficient with our time. Here we go with the metronome. Let's turn that up. And 60. Here we go. Count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Remember, keep that pressure down. Slide into the chord. Don't let up. We don't want to have any of the chords be cut off. So just like you did a couple weeks ago with that exercise, keep the hand down, keep the pressure down. Here we go. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, so I'll be making part 2 here very soon. So you mentioned like the other stuff, you were getting up pretty fast. So with this number 1 here and number 2, if you're hitting 240 beats per minute before next week, send a video of that. That's when I will definitely send over new stuff early. Like the day of, it's just probably not going to happen again, because like I do really want to go over new ideas during the lesson. But if you're like kicking so much ass that we can do something similar, just more challenging, that does not involve new ideas being discussed, I will absolutely send over a new thing early. So again, if you are doing a fantastic job getting these things up at 240 in less than a week, send that video over. I'll tell you what, do this. Do it at the 60 and the 240, and then send that over, because I do want to hear it played slow, making sure that all the technique is as good as possible, and then of course making sure it sounds fantastic at the faster speed. So there we go. Any questions, let me know, and yes, I'll get that second video made here very soon. Well, you're getting both at the same time anyway, so there we go. Sometimes I don't know how to end a video.